So now we're gonna do a full face makeup using my favorite, one of my favorite brands, which is Ket Cosmetics, for a full foundation. First, what we're gonna do is base her. So I've prepped her skin with Water Balm, which is an amazing moisturizer slash skin prep. Yeah,
she feels nice.
She feels real good, especially after all that purple.
Yeah, she's feeling plump, honey.
Plump. We gonna plump you up a little more. And now we're gonna go and prep with the Scandinavia Skin Primer. We're gonna go in with the NARS concealer under the eye and around the nasal labial, since we don't want to spray too close here or too close under the eye. We're going to use number 3 for Haley with a splash of 1 mixed in. And now we're going to test. Look, she matches my hand. So that looks pretty good for her skin. We also want to test the air again. It's a little high. Yep. She smirked a little. Yep. Now for these tiny, tiny little imperfections, Haley doesn't need a lot of coverage. Haley has beautiful skin. Yay. Her skin texture is flawless. It's perfect for airbrush makeup. The only difference is if the client had a lot of texture around here, we would probably make sure we prime a little really good underneath there. And also we want to make sure the pressure isn't too high so that when her eyes are closed, go ahead and close for me, and squint. We don't want the client doing that. If they do that and we spray, they're going to have line textures all over the face. Cool effect for effects makeup. Make the actor squint, blow with airbrush, and then they'll have that kind of like an explosion happen in their face. So for these tiny little imperfections, we're going to do a dot and pull away. And it's gone. And I tend to do this everywhere. Any little imperfections that I see, I'm doing little doo-doo-doo-doo. She has a tiny little one right there. Coming down so as not to disturb her breathing. Crescents. So now to get her nose in just this little area here, I'm going to have her take a nice deep breath, blow out slowly through her nose. Perfect. And now I let her breathe. Let her know to breathe. Come on, Ket. Come on, Ket. What you doing?
It has a little bit of, it has like a very natural finish to it.
If my client really likes a nice made up look, and typically most of the time when they're hiring us, they want a pretty made up look, I'm going to go ahead and go into a little bit of a lighter, brighter highlight on her. Most cases, as far as brides, I wouldn't do that unless they're a very glamorous bride. And they've shown you pictures of them and they're very done up on Instagram or Facebook. Then I would probably go into a lighter, brighter highlighter. But most of the time with natural clients, I'm going to skip that step and just go into a soft highlight with either a powder, if I want it really soft and natural, or with the airbrush, which we will do on Haley after this, but we're gonna take her up a notch.
Yeah.
So we're gonna focus this whole area, brow bone, front of the face, chin, neck. Blow, start the air away. So, learning point, always check for dry tip. Every now and then your product will dry up on here. So Q-tip, and then because this is water-based, I'm just using water. If this were alcohol-based, I'd use alcohol. If it were silicone-based, I'd use silicone. Next, we're going to do Shadow, which is a beautiful contour color. One of my favorites in Ket. It's probably the one I use the most. But obviously, as we get into darker skin tones, deeper skin tones, we're going to go darker. Such as this other beautiful new color I picked up from Ket. This one is Structure. And they have two more, I believe, that are just contours. So we're going to spray till we see color. And that's it. It's a really, really soft shadow, just to give her enough structure, but not a drag beat down, which is fun though too, right? We already did that. We did it in purple.
Yep.
So I build it, taper, take it up the cheekbone, take it back towards the ear, and then jawline. Take that jawline down. Subtle, soft, beautiful. For Haley, just on the sides of her forehead to lengthen her head up. We're not going to cut her off here. We could go into this little part right here that she has and kind of camouflage it just a little bit, but you know, I would ask the client if they cared about it.
Nope.
Nope. Otherwise it might be too obvious.
Yeah.
The color part right there. So we're going to start here, wider away from the face, and pull into the face and dagger. Beautiful. This one is a little strong. What I urge you to do at this point is to not go in with a sponge and try to soften it. I would go back into the airbrush color of her foundation and slightly whisper over it to soften it out. But don't go in and smudge it. You're going to completely ruin the finish of the foundation, the molecules of the foundation, of them being, you know, applied with air on the face.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go right in here and just slightly contour the inner of her eyes. Not that she needs it, but just to elevate the look, very subtly. Gives her a little fierceness.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
And all I'm doing in between is cleaning the gun out with water. I just have a little spray bottle here. You can always do, empty one of these, refill them up with water if you want to condense the kit, and just clean everything out with water in between. So next we're going to go into Life. This is a new color for me. I've always worked with Peace and Angel. This one is a little bit more of a neutral in between, a little deeper, so I can work it on more skin tones. And I love that it's called Life because it's peach, and as you know how I feel about peach, it's a life giver. Yeah. Tap on the back of my hand, spray until I get life. There we go. You see a little peachy orange coming through. So this is really going to give her some color. Then we're going to go on top of it with Rose Gold. So again, in the cheek area, egg shape. It's going to be a little figure 8. Kiss. Just a kiss. Mm-hmm. What do we say, Miss Sonia? Kiss it, don't fuck it.
Yes. Yes.
You might have to censor that.
Mm-mm.
No censors.
No censors. Beep. Did it give you?
I can't.
Life.
Honey, it gave me life. Honey, life. Okay. My newest obsession. After we just used this on our spacey... Well, after we did our space character and we used this for the very first time, that was the first time I've ever used it, Holy moly.
Yeah, so
rose
pretty.
gold. This is true rose gold. Beautiful rose gold. So obviously I'm going to re-blush and highlight with it and use it a little on the eyes. I need a big giant bottle of this. Okay, Kat, can we do something about this? Can we do something about... I need large
Same.
rose gold. This is also a color that came in the Ket highlighting kit. This is bronze, so obviously we would probably use this on a deeper skin, but I want to play with this just a little on here. Just a smudge.
It just looks so pretty.
There's the bronze. Oof. So it's pretty strong contrast. So we're gonna just kiss her just a little. Just a little. Yeah, that's just enough.
Yes.
Just enough. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Little sun-kissed look.
Yes.
Oh, she got some sun. Yeah, pretty.
Just a baby.
Just a baby. Here we are. Full Face Beauty airbrush makeup on Haley. The amazing Haley. We used all Ket products. It's disgusting. Like, I could throw up on her because it's so beautiful, but I won't do that. I love it so much. We have such a beautiful natural finish. We glammed her up a little bit more. So we did a little bit more intense contour, a little bit more intense highlight. It's stunning. We finished her makeup with some lashes. I continued to use a powder puff the whole time so that I'm not touching the skin as I apply everything else. On the eyelid, we did the rose gold eyeshadow in Ket. We finished off with a little bit of liner from Illamasqua called Uncanny. This is a beautiful tone that matches this lip right here, which is Bite, the multi-stick, which we could have used that on the eye because it's designed to be used all over, so eye, lip, and cheek. So we did this on the lip. We topped it off with Lime Crime's beautiful Cheap Thrill Diamond, what is it, Diamond Crushers. Thank you. This multi-stick is Honey Wheat. Honey. I'm obsessed with Bite products. They're probably my top favorite product right now. My most favorite addition in my kit right now are the multi-sticks, the pencils, and the entire lipsticks. Thank you to my girl Erin out in New York. What up? Finished look. Beautiful. Haley model for us. We did do just a little HD powder under the eye to prevent the movement of any product, which is natural. We hit a little high points right there, which tend to get shiny. Otherwise, everything else is powder free. It has a nice powder-like finish to it. If she were oily, I might consider doing a little more powder on her. But because Haley likes a really natural glow to the skin, no powder at all. No powder necessary.